Okay, here we go. Hi, this is Mary Carol Thiel coming to you from Merry Go Round Cards in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Thank you for joining me today. It's pretty chilly here today. It's a perfect day to stay in, although I hear worse is coming, so I might go out. But it's a great day to make cards. It snowed again yesterday, which I'm really glad of. It'll help protect my perennials. And when it gets really cold in these next couple of days, January, what can I say? I've been drinking a lot of espresso, the Hills Brothers double mocha espresso. It's really kind of like hot cocoa with a jolt of caffeine in it. I really like it, but I have to be careful not to drink too much. So what are you doing to stay warm today? You can comment in the chat, even if you're not watching live, which no one is yet, because I need a few more followers. So follow me on Facebook if you're not already. Follow me on my business page. Okay, so we're going to be making a card today using the Celebration Expressions Memories and More card pack. Along the way, I'll be showing you some cards I made from it. This is a really bright set. These are the 4 cards I made for the birthday card class that I just had. And we're going to make this one today. And I'll tell you more about these as we go. But first, let me show you, I'm going to tell you first about the kit classes coming up. So every month, the last Wednesday of the month from 9:30 to 11:30, I have a kit class. So Stampin' Up! Sells ready-made kits. Do I have one here? No, I must have moved that one. And everything is in the box that you need to make like 8 to 12 cards. So you come, you pick out a kit, or you can order a kit ahead of time. There's 2 ways to do it. You can either order it ahead of time. It takes 8 to 10 days to come, and you will pay postage and taxes, or you can pick one out of my stash when you come. If you pick one from my stash, it will be $30. If you buy 2, it will be $50. If you buy 3, it will be $60 and $20 for any additional if you're really going kit crazy. They do make nice gifts, and they make nice activities to do with someone, like a mother-in-law or a daughter-in-law or a sister or an aunt or anybody. And there's a little QR code on there that you can watch someone actually making cards. So you're not just all out there on your own figuring it out. But the instructions are really easy. They're all, they're very photograph. So once you've done one kit, especially after you've done one kit, they're very easy to pick up on how to do them. So anyway, the next one is January 28th. It's at Planet Perk, which is in downtown Oshkosh, in the Aristocats room in the back. So let me know if you plan to come, because I like to have a little surprise and delight for the people that come. It's kind of extra fun. So anyway, that's about the kit classes. And I do have coming up, I'll leave that there for a second, a regular card class, which I don't have any information out on except for the date. And that will be on, I did write that down, didn't I? Oh, here we go. That will be Thursday, February 12th from 6 to 8:30. And that will be at my home, unless I find a better place. Or Friday, February 13th from 9:30 to 12 in the morning. And we'll be sure, because that's so close to Valentine's Day, we'll be sure to make at least one Valentine card. Okay, so on with making this kit. So this kit is made all from the Memories and More card pack. And when you buy a card pack, you're going to get 54, those are the ones, these are the ones. You're going to get 54 cards. This is just a sample of them. You get 4x6s. You're going to get 6 each of 3 designs. Now this isn't designer series paper. This is a little heavier weight cardstock. So this is one side, and all the designs are double-sided. So you have candles, and this one you can cut out for the different sayings on here. You've got hello, well done, smiles, all kinds of things. And then that one. So there's 6 each of 3 designs. So that's 18 of the cards. And then there are 6 each of these 6 designs. So that one's got a little crown. And these are 3 by 4. So you've got those. I think this is a back of one. And then you've got the back sides. And these are all thank yous here. They're all in different languages. So these are good. Oh, that's a double there. So which one did I take out? This one. There we go. So there are 6 each of 6. So there's 36 cards that are this 3 by 4 size. Now these build really nice with each other because all the colors coordinate. So you can do things. And these are 4 by 6. You're going to want to cut yours down if you want a regular size card. And these work nicely for scrapbooking too. I just use them for cards, but it's called Memories and More, and they do look, excuse me, nice in scrapbooks. So I'll cut this down to 5 1/4. Uh-oh, I hope I'm not going to lose my voice. That would not be good. So I'm going to build, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to have my card base in Berry Burst. So I'll just take this sheet and score it at 4 1/4 with my scoring blade, and then I'll turn my paper the other way at 5 1/2 and cut with my cutting blade, and there I've got 2 card bases. Okay, there, and that's all I need that for. So I'm going to build. I'm going to go like that, I'm going to go like that, I'm going to go like that. Use this one. Okay, see how easily these build together? Because all the colors coordinate. I've got Timid Tiger here, and I've got Timid Tiger here. I've got Berry Burst here, I've got Berry Burst there. I tried it with blue, and I didn't really care for it with blue, so I'm just going to go with the Berry Burst again. And then I'm even going to use this on the inside for writing your little note. And I'm going to take this card piece, and I'm going to cut these flags out here. So I'm just going to give that a little white edging there. So I have to know, it's January 17th. I think this is the latest we ever had our Christmas tree up. But it is coming down this weekend, even though I love the lights. You know, on these cold winter days when you're kind of inside a lot, those lights are just so cheery. So tell me, I'd love to know if anyone else still has their tree up or just took it down, because I don't want to be the only one. Let's see, I'm kind of cutting in here because I like that look better. You wouldn't have to, but notice how I turn the paper. I'm not turning my scissors and my wrist all different, break a wrist contortions. I'm just turning my paper. And if you look at this paper, you'll notice there's 3 different styles of banners even on it that you could pick from. Or you can just use the whole sheet and use some dimensionals and pop a sentiment over the top of it. And do whatever you want. I'm going to do this here. This is going to be a little bit faster, I think. So this is probably the hardest thing you do on this whole card is cut these banners out. It's just a couple minutes of fussy cutting. That's it. So I love these little Memories and More card packs because, I don't know, they're just really convenient and easy to create with. Okay, here we go. There's another set that I have here that I can't wait to work with a little bit later in the springtime. It's a little more springy. All right. Oh, I didn't do this one step ahead of time. I did have it done. Well, what would happen if I used a blue star instead of a berry burst star? This one had a berry burst star on it. I wonder how that would look with the blue one. Probably okay. Like that. Yeah, the berry burst, I think, looks a little bit better, but there's nothing the matter with this one. So that comes from a set, sorry about that, called Swirly Designs. And so this is the star die in that set. And it's not 2 stars, it's 1 attached star. Okay, so I'll be using that. Let me show you that whole set there. So here's the different things that set will cut out. Here's the star, and then there's kind of a wonky inside star. There's a couple of diamonds, a couple more diamonds. They're kind of wonky. These are the insides. And then this star, it's 1 die, but it cuts out an inside and an outside. So let's say I cut out a white one, and then I cut out a lemon lime twist one. I can kind of mix and match, put the insides in with different colored outsides, which is always a fun thing to be able to do. So that's not on this card, but it is on some of the cards. And let's see, in ovals, and these ovals, some little flowers and some little stars, another flower type element, and a leaf type element. Interesting. Okay, let me move these out of the way. Let's keep all my little extras because they're just fun to create with. Fun to try out different colors together and different designs together. Oh, interesting. I could put this as I speak. I have an inside of one of these left. I could fit that into there and go like that if I wanted to. I want to do that. No, I like just this. I just like that. Here's one that I cut a little star out of the inside of a big star. All kinds of things you can do. All right, so this is something that I just learned recently for gluing these. You can use the adhesive back sheets, which turn these into stickers, or I just saw recently, I used to do this with my silicone mat, which we sell these, and a little sponge. But I saw somebody use this lately. So this is just a silicone baster, and I bought this down at the dollar store. And I thought this would be easier to clean than a sponge. So I can just dab those on here. And I don't have to do the whole star because I'm going to cut some of that off. So let's see, we'll go like that. All right, and then like I said, I'm going to cut this off here on the back. Okay. And my flags, okay, so that, oh, it could go like that, but the flags like that, that would be different. I'm going to try that. I like to do things, I don't like to have all my cards exactly the same. I like to mix them up and create. That's the fun, playful part. All right, so on here, I'm going to use some dimensionals. And you can use the regular size dimensionals. That's probably what I did use. And I'm going to put one mini one down here on the end, but you could cut a regular size dimensional. You could use all mini dimensionals, doesn't matter. And I'll stick these on. Here, like so. If you have a hard time getting the backs off, take your fingernail, press down in the middle, and it kind of pops this edge off. I do have a fingernail that I can grab those, but if you don't have fingernails to do that with, just push it down in the middle and the sides will pop up a little bit. Okay, and here we go. So I decided I would put that on here a little bit, and I wanted to cover the whole width there. Okay, can do that. Interesting. All right, and then I will put that onto here, and I won't use dimensionals for that. I will use my trusty glue that I love. Look at the back of this one. It says, I can't wait to use this for something. What a crowning achievement, and it's got a crown on there. I think that would be nice for a like a graduation card. Always scrambling for what to do on graduation cards. All right. So just center that on here. And I will put this on here next. These cards, you don't need much glue at all. Stampin' Up! Papers, you really, as a rule, don't have to worry about the glue showing through unless you really pile on the glue. All right, so center that. And this one, I'm not going to center. I'm going to put, oh, that looks cool up on the top. I'm not going to center. I'm going to put it a little bit down toward the edges, making this and this about equidistant. And I'll glue that back on. 1 second here. Okay. You could put it up on dimensionals if you wanted to. Layers always tend to elevate a card a little bit. They make it look just the next layer level up. And I'll show you a good example of that later. So let's see. I'm not one to always put things on straight. It gives it a little more interest when you do this. Okay, now for the little banner, Stampin' Up! Just came out with, maybe in December, maybe November, this 3 banner sayings punch. And so if I put this in here, you can see, it's probably not a good example of one. Let me just show you here. I won't punch this because I need this, but it will make 3 different kinds of banners. an outie, an innie, and a both innie. And you can make combinations too, which I'll show you on some of the other cards. So I have a little scrap of paper here, and I just need the outie. There you go. And then I will take my black Memento ink, and this is the only ink I'm using on the whole card, is just a little bit of black. And my stamp. So to go along with that 3 banner punch, there's these banner sayings, and all of these will fit in the punches. You are loved, consider yourself hugged, wishing you good things, happy birthday, you did it, I'm here for you, thanks a million, sending my love, celebrate, cue the confetti, here's to you, I can't thank you enough, you're the sweetest, and I'm so grateful. So what a nice, useful combination that is to have on hand. So we're going to use the happy birthday. Just going to stamp it once off to the side there. And then hopefully you're not getting my head in there. Make that straight. Good enough. Okay, and that I'm going to put up on dimensionals as well. Put a couple minis on the back of there. One and a 2 and a 3. Pull those off the back. And I will put that up here. Where do I want it, since it's a different... Put the star in a different place. So now I might want this in a different place. I like these points. I don't want to lose my points there. Huh. Well, let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. And then you can put on a couple of embellishments of any kind you happen to have. These are kind of my go-tos. And I'm going to put one up here. Nope, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to put outside there. There we go. And then we'll put one big one down here. There we go. And as I said before, we'll use this for the inside, for a place to write whatever you want. It's nice and decorative. You could put a mat on it if you want. To be careful I don't talk too quiet. That is a thing. It's a real thing. So if I'm ever not talking loud enough, tell me to speak up, Mary. I'm hard of hearing. All right. See, I've got flags here and then flags here, all the same colors. Just put that right in the middle. And voila. Whoops. There is the card. I got a little extra glue there, so I'll just take my glue eraser and get that off there later. All right, so there's the two. You can kind of compare them. Both nice. I like this one better. This is the one I created first, but this is nice too. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I did these other cards that were part of this class. And if you want to get the pieces to just make this card, if you do these 3 things, I will send you the pieces. Now, I can't send you anything that's already stamped, but this is the only thing that's stamped. I can send you the cutout punches pieces for all of this. So if you follow me on Facebook at https://www.facebook.com/merry-go-round-cards, and Mary is with M-A-R-Y, like I spell my name. And then also comment on the video and private message me with your address so I know where to send the kit. There might be a little variation in what I send, but basically this is what you'll get, this layout and things from this Memories and More card pack. So you have to private message me your address so I know where to send it. Okay, so here's how I did these cards. I did do a few little different things on some of these. This uses a different kind of sentiment. This is from the 29, not 29 anymore. And this is on sale right now because this is on the last chance list. So it's only $16. But these are your kind of funny sayings. So you've got so many candles. Free cake. I mean, let's get this party started so I can be home by 9 o'clock. Older, but still cool. Or you could put not wiser. Happy birthday. Treat yourself because I didn't get you anything. Here's to another year of questionable decisions. This is my favorite. It's all fun and games until your metabolism slows down. And this is good for like a 40-year-old. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore. Somebody maybe you don't remember their age. That's a good one. So I used that here, and I used it on this one, on so many candles. So let me tell you about this card first. So I used the coordinating colors. I used Lemon Lime Twist here, and also to mat that so many candles. I used the big card with the candles on the back, and I just cut it down to 3 by 4. Oh, I could have matted this too, but I didn't. I used a little Wink of Stella on the flames. I used those same rhinestone basic jewels that I like to use. And then this background is very burst, just in an embossing folder. And the embossing folder that I used is this one, Lovely Stripes embossing folder. It's a brand new one. And I've even seen it used like for a shirt. So that could be handy like around Father's Day. I saw it used on a leprechaun shirt and it was really cute. So those are very nice stripes. So that's that one. Oh, yep. So this one, older, but so on this one I took the star and I did it in white, and then I took my blends and I colored one of the stars in Timid Tiger and the other one in Daffodil Delight. And that's what color these are too. And these are the ones I showed you before where you can mix and match the insides and the outsides. So there's a little Wink of Stella on those. And I took a Wink of Stella and I went right around the inside of the whole star configuration there. This is on Secret Sea. That's probably Secret Sea ink, but it could be black. What else about this? This layer is on Dimensionals. And, oh, the background, if you have this paper, you know, it's called, I call it bokeh, beautiful bokeh. And so I just took the Daffodil Delight out of there. So anything that's kind of a subtle background works really nice on there. Or you can just use a plain Daffodil Delight one too. And inside, I put the Still Cool and then stamped some of the stars. Did I show you the stamp set that goes with that? Because it's a little bit different than the dies. This is the stamp set. So if you order the dies, some people just order the stamp set, some people just order the dies. Usually if I just order one, I end up wanting the other one. So you have also this circle design, this like paintbrush swash, some hashtags. This is good background stuff. Some dots, some stars, some flowers, and some little, I don't know, bark lines, what you'd call that. So these are the stars in coordinating colors. So this was the most difficult of those cards. Not difficult, let me tell you. I used Balmy Blue. I used the background with the bubbles. This one, just cut it down to size. I used the little, got kind of a mess going here. How did that happen? Imagine that, a mess on my stamping desk. The one with the little stars on it, but it's one of the cards. I cut out some of those little flowers from that same swirly design set. This is an inside, so I cut 2 of these stars. I cut one from Balmy Blue and I cut one from Daffodil Delight, and I fit the Daffodil Delight inside the Balmy Blue. I took the Daffodil Delight, before I glued it on, I took the little star stamps from here and stamped it on the background just to give it a little extra something. These same rhinestone basic gems. These are kind of wonky here. There's some hair on there. And this is up on dimensionals, not both, just the bottom piece. So not hard. This is from the banner sayings with this punch. Voila. So those are how to make those 4 cards. If you would like all 4 cards, if you place an order with me today of $30 or more, I will send you a kit to make all 4 cards. Not today, this week. Let me show you some other cards made with these same sets. So I want to show you this, and I don't know who did this. I made them, and I thought I'll save this tab open so that I can come back and write down who did this set so I could credit the person. But these are 3 cards. These are all made with the backgrounds from, no, they're all made with the Swirled designs. This is just background stamps. And this happy birthday comes from somewhere else. This is a piece of ribbon here, tied up with a piece of twine. This is Balmy Blue. This is available. The basic twine essentials pack. That's from there. Okay, so that's one. And then here it is, just a little stepped up. So this is a really nice card. Remember when I said about layers, kind of step a card up? Well, here I put an extra layer on here of Strawberry Slush. That's what colors these are, is Balmy Blue and Strawberry Slush. But the same stamps, I used the Happy Birthday from the smaller Happy Birthday and the punch. And then I cut out a banner from a different pack. And, you know, anything you wanted that was Strawberry Slush or Balmy Blue would work on there. So I have this 6x6 pack that's really handy. I always order 1 pack of this every year. You order it in the color families, and I always order the new in colors. So it's this side right here. That's where that's from. The 6x6. They call it 2005 to 2007 in color 6x6 designer series paper. Okay. And then here, so this is a nice card. You do them in any colors you want. And then how about this one? This is for maybe a little bit more experienced stamper, where I cut out the stars. And then the bottom one is all flat. This inside is up on dimensionals. Let's see, so these are the same. This I put a ribbon and then tied the ribbon with a piece of the baker's twine. And then I added some of these stars and put some Wink of Stella on them. So there's that one. So that's kind of how card making goes. And we have kind of the beginner, the intermediate, and then what they call the avid stamper. I like to stamp like this, but I'm understanding more and more that a lot of people need to stamp like this to get themselves started, and I need to show more things that are like this. Or not maybe show, but when I have classes, to do more things like this. Okay. And then here's a couple of other cards that were made. This is a Dina Rico card. And so we've got this stamp set here. So you can see how useful these things are and how different you can make these things look. So this is a black cutout star. We've got some of these other stars cut out. This one is up, this one inside is up on a dimensional. These are heat embossed. And then this, I wonder if I have one. I could show you how to do that real quick. So what I did, I'm just going to show you in a piece of scrap paper here. Okay, so I took the middle one, like that. What's on the back? Oh, I got the yellow. And then I took a different color, let's say this one, and I just cut out some ends here. It's a little trick, little tip for you today. And so then this gets glued onto these. So then you have this kind of a thing going on. Something a little bit different. All done with, ta-da! So that's how that was done. And then I have one more card here, and I don't honestly know if I created this or if I got this off of Pinterest or if it's a combination. I think it's probably a combination. So I did that banner, that type of banner here, and then I put a little star on there. So there's Wink of Stella on the stars and on these little stars. There's kind of mixed and matched all the little stars. This is all flat. This is cut with a die. I think I can grab that. Excuse me here. Last one I pick out, of course, these dies. They're called textured notes dies. All kinds of different sizes of those. Kind of finished edge. So if you don't have a layer, a finished edge is especially nice. All right, so I have a few more things to tell you about. So let me put these cards back up so you have something to look at. Let's see here. I think this is my favorite. But I like this. I like the colors on this a lot. And this one is just so simple. All right. So hopefully this is all on the screen. I'm going to just take a quick peek at my camera. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, good. And then I have some things to tell you about. Oh, if you want the dimensions for this card that we did today, there's really nothing to it. Except that this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, which is just a 1/4 inch bigger than the 3 by 4 piece in the middle there. But the directions for this will all be on my blog, which is https://merry-go-round-cards.blogspot.com, and merry-go-round is MARY. And you can link to that. This will be on YouTube, and so underneath there's a description. So my links for my store to order the papers or any of the sets that you saw today is down below. If you don't see it, there's a little thing that says see more. That's the trick. Click on that, see more. And oh, what's going on in Stampin' Up! These days, because there is a lot going on. Product of the month. I have to tell you a little story here. And then I'll explain what product of the month is. So, well, I'll do it simultaneously. Product of the month. Stampin' Up! Is not doing celebration anymore. They're doing product of the month. And this came from the Close to My Heart organization that was incorporated, or that's probably a poor choice of words, but adopted, I don't know, by Stampin' Up! Close to My Heart closed, and a lot of Close to My Heart is out. Okay, and those people came in to the Stampin' Up! A lot of them came into the Stampin' Up! Organization. So this was something that they did in their organization. So every month, a special product comes out. Last month it was a pack of blues of papers, and this month it's a stamp set. So here's the funny story. I did this video. It's two funny things here. I did this video once already, and boy, it was a really nice video, except you couldn't see all this. Boy, it was a nice video. I really wished I could have used it, but I just thought that's not good. So anyway, when I was doing that video and getting ready for it, I looked all over for the product of the month for this month, which is a stamp set. It's got a whole bunch of stamps on it, saying stamps, like, you know, really useful sentiments. And finally I decided, I can't just keep looking for this. I have to do this video, because it takes me a while. You know, if I have to do them more than once in particular, it takes a while. So afterwards, I'm thinking to myself, oh, you don't have that stamp set yet. Or you don't have that yet. You just ordered that today. So here I'm looking for something I don't even have yet. But I will have it, and I can possibly show it to you another time. Otherwise, you can see it on my Facebook page, or on my, if you get my email newsletter, it's in there as well, or it's online. So that's one of the specials. If you spend $75 or more, you can get this free stamp set. Another special that's going on, so you can double, triple dip here, quadruple dip, is bonus days. And Stampin' Up! Has done this from time to time, whereas if you spend $50, you get a coupon for $5 to use on anything during February. So you buy during January, and then you get the coupons that you can use during February, kind of like Kohl's Cash, if you have Kohl's in your area. So if you're doing that, keep track of those codes. It'll come in an email from Stampin' Up! So don't just delete when you see things from Stampin' Up! If you're expecting codes, you need to save those. I don't have those. And like I said, you can, if you order $50, you get one coupon. If you order $100 worth of stuff, you'll get 2 coupons. $150, you get 3 coupons. So you can really help yourself along. And the other thing that Stampin' Up! Does all the time is the Stampin' Rewards, which is any order more than $20, you get 10% of whatever you order. So let's say I made an order of $60. I would get a $6 in Stampin' Rewards that I can use anytime for the next year on an order. So you can get bonus days, Stampin' Rewards, you can get a card set, and you can get the product of the month. You can do that all at one time. So it's a great time. Oh, and we just started a new catalog. This is our Spring Mini from January to April 2026. So if you want one of these, be sure to let me know, because I usually end up, you know, people say, no, 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 I don't need a catalog, but I usually end up throwing some away. So if you're just interested in, oh, here's this other Memories and More. It's called Days Like This, Memories and More card pack. And I have this, and it's got my colors. It's really beautiful pastels, and it's got that peach is my favorite color. So peach pie, but Timid Tiger is, I don't know if that's peach pie or Timid Tiger in there. Oh, here it says Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Pool Party, Secret Sea, and Timid Tiger. So those are the colors in that. A little aside there. Anyway, this just went live. I ordered this too. I'm gonna do a class with this. Anyway, so I'll be having classes Thursday evenings, the second Thursday and the second Friday. Second Thursday night, second Friday morning. For the next 6 months, I'll be doing that. So, and also we have the new online exclusives release. So it's all out there, all this goodness. So have fun, and I hope it doesn't take me too long to get this all processed, because that's the part that really keeps me from doing videos. I love making cards. I love sharing what I do, and I love answering questions. So feel free to contact me in whatever way. I have no problem with that. And have a great day. Stay warm. Tell me if you got your tree up or not. Tell me how you're staying warm. Maybe you live in Florida. Oh, well. But anyway, thanks for joining me today. Bye.